How would you like to experience the life of an inspired young musician, aspiring to travel and play music all over the world? How would you like to perform in front of the hundreds and thousands of people constantly for a living? Humanities Mass Communications Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Sage Bryan, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct with 4 different productions. This production will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the production they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is a person who is a student at NCC who is planning to graduate here with her associates in communications and pursue her dream of writing and performing music all over the world. Now, you would like to meet our guest today, Nicolette Calderon.
Hello.
So, we know that you are a musician and have performed a lot. Can you tell us about your performing experiences?
Well, I've been playing guitar for a while now. Since I was 14, that's when I started. I started first with my church praise and worship team. I've been going to that church for a long time, and I decided to take, a leap and get on there, which is kind of tough. So I started playing acoustic every Saturday, and every Sunday I'd be there 24/7, and I'd be playing, 5 services per week, and that really, got me comfortable to be on stage enough to start leading in a youth band, and then, I would be on choirs. It encouraged me to start singing more, and it really got me comfortable to be in front of big crowds, where I performed in this picture, a Good Friday service that was held at the Palace Theater in Stamford, and I played in front of over 1,000 people. I played in competitions, outdoor festivals. I played in this competition that was held in Orlando, and it's where everybody from all over the United States gathers, so there's over 100,000 people there, and I got to experience the competitive side of music. I just really love writing and playing, and just recently I really started taking up my own music, and I started playing with my sisters at weddings and parties, and there's a wedding we just played in last summer, and I just started performing my own music with my sister, and just really started collaborating with her, and we've been trying to get our stuff recorded and stuff. We're in the process right now, but it's what I love to do, and I can't wait to start doing it.
Very nice. Sounds like a lot of fun. Could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production course?
Well, I had to take it to fulfill my associate requirements. That was the main reason why I took this course, but I was excited when I had to pick it out. I don't know much about TV and camera and video camera. I mean, I messed around with it a lot, but I really learned stuff from scratch, and I was excited to learn about cameras and what goes on behind the scenes.
Cool. What are some of the most useful things you learned in the TV production course?
I learned basic things about setting up cameras, maybe, really basic things like before you start recording, you have to set your memory card, that you're recording onto the memory card, so it doesn't record onto the internal drive. I learned about great composition, lines of grace. I learned about rule of thirds and creative framing, and just to keep the viewer's attention with emotional lines. And I just learned really a lot of stuff in this course.
Can you tell us about the learning sequence, action sequence, fall foliage, and orm projects you created?
The learning sequence was a good one to start with. I really was just getting comfortable with using the camera. I learned how to place my camera and where to place it. to write a storyboard and create a clean entrance and clean exit. And it was really good for me. The action sequence is about a student who bumps into a friend and continues on with various actions. This one was great. I got to deal with 2 actors this time. And I got to create good close-ups over the shoulder shots, which was fun, and extreme close-ups to get the viewer into the action. My Fall New England project was a longer sequence. I got to get close-ups of nature and to really practice my camera techniques like rule of thirds, lines of grace, shift focus, rack focus, and continuous zoom ins and outs. I also learned how to add music tracks to the sequence to add to the mood, which is really cool. I added 3 tracks, and I got to put a little bit of, the type of music I liked. My last project that I am still currently working on is my Orange project, and this is where I got to showcase everything I've learned. This project is the longest, 5 minutes. I had to come up with my own theme, write a script, and pick actors. I had to add music and titles, and like I said, I'm not finished with it yet, but I'm really excited because I get to add my own twist and maybe my sense of humor, and I just really got to have fun with this one. It's my last project, so I got to go with what I liked, and I had fun with it and creative.
Very nice. Could you tell us about your best project?
My best project would have to be my fall foliage project, just because I really enjoyed getting outside and getting in nature, and I really liked the colors and everything I got to capture. I really learned great composition working here. Since I was taking footage of nature, I learned how to, make the composition and everything interesting to keep the viewer's attention. So, I created, poor man's dissolve, continuous zoom ins and zoom outs, and shift focus, and I learned how to frame shots by changing camera angles, and it was fun, like I said before, putting music to it really created the Fall New England mood, so.
You mentioned the variety of things you learned in this course. What was the most interesting and important skill you learned, and would you put it to use?
I would definitely say Avid. I never edited videos in my life, so it was really challenging at first, but really rewarding to learn how to use Avid and how to edit my own videos, maybe for future when I start, doing music. If I want to capture my travels and my music experiences, I could easily edit them on Avid, which is really useful to me and really good to know.
Very nice. Today we got to meet someone who shared with us her passion of performing and creating music. She hopes to use everything she has learned in this Television 1 course to capture and edit her traveling and music experiences. I would like to thank our guest, Nicolette Calderon, for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Sage Bryan, directed by Camila Cunha. I'm your announcer, Eddie Cesario. The New Directors is a Nora Community College student production.